Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode we're going to be fitting Demon Eyes. Okay, so welcome back. So today we're going to be fitting Demon Eyes to the Mazda, and I'm going to show you how to separate the headlight lenses from the actual headlight, and how to fit these bad boys into the Xeon unit frame. Normally when you order these you just sort of get one LED on a little block and you fit it within the unit of the Xeon. But I've decided to go for this ring business, so it fits in the unit, folds round, so you get a full ray of light through the whole thing, so it should be a lot brighter when you need it to be. These are completely Bluetooth controllable from your mobile phone. The link will be in the description for these. So we can get any colour, and it can play with music and all sorts of weird stuff. But I'm just going to be having it red, obviously, because I want a demon eye, which is going to be a red eye. So without further ado, let's show you how to get the lens off, because that's an important part of the whole thing, because we need to be able to get it off safely, and we need to be able to put it back on safely as well. So we're not getting any leaks, or what you end up doing is you end up getting condensation within your lens in the winter time and stuff like that, and it just looks appalling. So we need to make sure it seals back up properly. So let's get on with separating the lens. Okay, so what you're going to need for this is an oven. You're going to need your heat gun, and this is not to do up close work at all, but I'll show you how far you need to be. And a flathead screwdriver so we can pry lens off. So let's do the oven bit. Okay, so preparations wise, make sure there's no plugs on it. Obviously all your plugs must be unplugged. Make sure that your indicator is not in the unit at all. Yeah, it needs to not be in there, because when you start to take the lens off, it'll catch and smash and break, which you don't want. So this is the condition that you need to have it in before you start sticking it in the oven. We need the oven to be at 100 Fahrenheit. Yeah, sorry, 100 Celsius, or just under, say 90 to 100 is normally quite good. Yeah, and obviously most English ovens are not very big, they're not very deep, so the light's not going to fit in completely. So I'll show you how we place that in. Okay, so this is what you're going to need to do. Preheat your oven to 90 or 100. Then we want to stick the back end in first. And just place it in. Like so. Then what we're going to do, take the trusty heat gun, highest setting possible, and we're going to stand this far away and heat this outer side that's not in the oven. All the time, just keep checking it, because obviously you don't want the plastic to get too warm that it starts to deform or looks like it's melting. You don't want any of that. And you basically just have to keep going on it. It could take 5 minutes, could take 10 minutes. The point with this thing is not to rush, because if you try and take the heat up too much, try and melt it quicker, it's just going to end up a mess. You don't want it like that. You just want the glue in it, or the putty in it, to just loosen enough for you to start prying the lens off. Yeah, so just keep checking it all the time.
Take one day at a time, jump the clouds and just ride. Make no mistake, you'll find your fate. Don't forget where you're from, good feelings will come. Just let the love begin. We'll survive and we'll thrive till
can see now is it's starting to separate a little. Yeah. Obviously it's getting warmer now, so it's able to pull apart. And this is basically all you want to do. You just want to stick it in. You don't have to turn that much. If it's, you'll hear it starting to peel away, but as long as it's moving like that, then we're good to go. Might need a little bit more. Need to keep it warm though, so we'll carry on. See how we go. We've got it separated enough. It seems to be alright quite the way around, so basically what we've got to do is just pull very gently, but with a little bit of pressure, but just really slowly. Like so. You'll see it's coming away. And just do it really slow. Don't rush it. Let's come over in actually. Turn it around here and just check these back clips because I've left them on for the moment. So we just need to peel them out of the way a little. Probably get this last bit off. This clip's still on, so get this right away also. Again, just take your time. You don't want to rush this at all. So, this one here, it's not quite warm enough. Okay, that's better. There we go. Alright. Here it comes. There we go, we have separation. Okay, for this next bit we're going to have to wash our hands. We need to make sure our hands are nice and clean because we need to take the lens off. And we can't afford to get that dirty at all. So let's go wash the hands. Okay, so what we're going to need for this next piece is a piece of wire, a 12 volt battery, a pair of wire cutters, and a Phillips head screwdriver. You can have it on a drill or by hand, whichever's easiest. And what we need to do is we need to take this off the lens, which is 2 Phillips, and then we're going to pop the lens off and put it on the towel and cover it up because we don't want it getting dirty. Okay, so nice low setting. Be very careful if you're using one of these drills. Don't want to be misthreading anything. Like I said, we want to try and touch the lens the least amount of times as possible. Get these little screws off. Oh, needs a bit more juice. Okay. That's the lens quite right. When you look at it, there'll be a mark on the actual lens. So there's a little line on the top here. It should line up with. So when you put it back, black line, line up. obviously you just want to flip it out from the edge. There it goes. And then it's out. You can see a little black line there. And there's a line on here, look. They just need to match up. Place that on your towel. Cover it up. Then we're ready to actually place the demonising. So let's make some space. Okay, so with these you can cut them to whatever size you want. Obviously different Xeon headlights, and I think the H4s, I think they are, with the same type of lens arrangement, have different housing sizes. So what we need to do is we need to flip it round to see how much we need to take off. Now, as a fairly good guide with this one, it basically needs to be near this black line here. So if we cut that one there, so 3 in, we'll get our trusty wire cutters, and we'll just make a little bendy nick in there. Another one here. Just enough to, that's it. And then we'll try that again. That looks like it'll be perfect. So just need to place it in like so. Because it's metal, it's quite springy, which is a good thing. So it means that it's going to stay in place without any sticky, which is always a plus. And this is basically it. You don't need to do that much to it. Looks like how it's fitting at the top. You can play about with it a little just to get a good fitment. So there's obviously a bit of play there. Now with the wire, there's an opening at the back here. It just needs to go up the top there. I can get it through with my tiny fingers. There we go. So it's hanging out the top. Belt in. And then we just want to bend it out as much as we can. Like so. That looks alright. That looks pretty good. So this is the unit that's got the Bluetooth on and the connections for the 2 demon eyes. So we'll hook it up to that. So obviously black is negative, red is positive. And plug her in before you hook it up to the battery. Put the pins in, that's the one. And there we have it. All demon eyes are on. Well, there we have it. One demon eye fitted. Didn't take long, did it? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's the demon eye installed. fairly easy to do in terms of the fitment. The arrangements of how the wires are going to come out of the unit we'll show you in a minute. The other thing I've got to fit to this is my angel eyes that are already on my car. These are a separate set of lights. So I need to take my angel eyes off my old set and fit them to the new one, and I'll show you how to do that also. And then we'll go with the routing of the wires out of the box, so again it doesn't get an air hole to have sort of moisture leak. We want to make that as neat as possible through here. And then the refitting of the actual lens, and then we should be done. Okay, as you can see, we've got I've taken my lights apart to get the angel eye fitments out. I've already fitted these. There's no point in me refitting them. So we have both of them in here, which is handy as hell. It's one less thing I have to do. But basically, to fit the angel eyes is exactly the same procedure to this point. So separating the lens, it's all the same till you get to this point. And then to install these, you basically just unclip these two, which come out. They've got little tabs on the back, as you can see. Here, look. You just pop them out. Lay your angel eyes on them. Now I've used some clear silicone to bond them. So just a little dab here and there. Put it on, little dab, put it on. And then just have something that's weighted on it, like a cutting board or something like that, just to make sure it stays on flat. Route the wires through. There's holes there, you don't need to do anything regarding making a space for the wires, except for this one, because with that one, I don't know if you can see that, with this one I've slightly grounded out in the corners just to make room for the wires, yeah, so they can pop out. And I've done the same here, as you can, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little grind out in the corner there, just so I can route the wires out. And that's all I've done for this. So these are the bits that are going to go together. So we just need to route the wires basically through this portion here, which is where the Xeon is. Because out the back here, there's plenty of room down the backs there. Now then, I was going to paint this black, so the demon eye would look a bit more demon. But on second thoughts, I've decided not to. Reason being is, when the angel eyes are on, because they're not super bright, these things, they need all the reflective light they can get, really. So I'm going to leave this as the shiny chrome, just so I can get more intensity off the angel eyes and stay at that. So how are we going to route this? Let's have a look at it. Like I say, I've never done this before, so you're along for the journey in terms of how we're going to route this. But if you look on the back of your light bulb, you can take this off. Danger! Careful, you might burn yourself. You can see right through there. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take this wire and get it through the back. Yeah, so on here, there's no separation, it's just straight in. But I'm going to have to feed these through, because these wires for it are just not long enough to reach out so I can plug them in. So these are going to have to be plugged in situ. So we'll go in from the back. Like so. And hook her up. he says. Little bit fiddly. Come on. One of the pins seems a bit bent. There we go. Okay, so that's in. And we'll pull that through. As we do it. I want to make sure that none of the wires are showing on the inside of the lens, because that'd look pretty stupid. And I don't know how hot this Xeon's going to get, so we might need to insulate the top of the wires onto that, just so we know it's not going to burn, burn out, because we don't want to get them that hot. Basically that's it. So okie doke, I've got a little assortment here. I've got some electrical tape, some of the bondage stuff, it's like double-sided sponge, but I've also got this, and I'm thinking to use this on the plate here, so the wire, because it's a gold wrap, so it'll keep the heat to a minimum if the wires are touching it, and it should stop them from melting. So I'm going to try a bit of that. Obviously you won't see any of this stuff because it'll be behind the guard, so a little piece of that. Wood up to that nails. Right, so I'm going to stick it roughly where the wires are going to be. Piece on. Now obviously it's vented round here, so you don't want to block up them vents, because obviously it's there to let out some heat, I should imagine. So there we go. That should be fine. Like that. And just as a little extra protection, there we go. And there we have it. That should be that. First of all, I've just realised we need to put the lens on, otherwise we can't get it on. So it's stuck. There we go. Make sure it's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. So we'll undo these. As you can see, there's 2 screws, one there, one there. That's the one, nice and solid. Like I said, trial and error. Never done it before, so see how much room we've got to play with. Ideally, I want to try and get it underneath at the bottom and drag them through there. One, two, one at the back here. That's it. Okay, now then. Obviously, there'll be more access. Just need to make sure I've got no wires showing. Now we're just going to reheat everything on here and just slowly manipulate the lens back into place.
You set a fire in my heart, you're sending smoke up to my head. Addicted to your poison, baby, you're my cigarette. I feel you filling up my lungs, I wanna breathe you in. never wanna put you out, I don't wanna give you up. When I'm nervous at my service, you're my favorite kind of drug. Hallucinating, trouble concentrating, I feel drunk. You set me off, can't bite the dust, adrenaline rush. You got that hit, I can't resist, press you to my lips. I'll be there in a minute. Start to shake, save me from my cravings, cause my body.
Okay, as you can see, it's all done, all resealed, reheated up as we wanted it. So this is the finished out, but I can't show you the angel eyes while it's off the car because I haven't got the connections. They're still fitted to the vehicle, so. But you get the gist. Okay, I think we're gonna have to get the Dremel out on this, and we're gonna cut a notch like that on the side here, so the wires can come out. And that way, this has got a bit of a rubber seal on it, so we'll just have to play around, make sure if it works. So let's try that. Let's get the Dremel out. Okay, let's Dremel. Fingers crossed. Okay. Is that giving us enough room? Boom! That worked. Nice and tight. Nice tight fit. Covered in Dremel. Let's just double check, make sure we're not pinching any wires. Yep, all working. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a finished jobby. As you can see, the other ends are coming out the back, so you can, as you can see, right, so we've cut out a chunk at the side and at the side here to let the wires come through. and then we've cut a piece out of the actual cap where the wires are, so it's literally just the rubber that's holding these in place, but it should be nice seal as well, so we shouldn't suffer from any condensation leaks, fingers crossed. Okay, they're done. Now all we gotta do is fit them. Boom! And then we'll see what it looks like with the angel eyes as well.